The Meatgrinder is a part of the Nerd and Tie podcast network. For more podcasts from actual play to true crime to witchcraft, go to nerdandtie.com or join our Discord by finding an invite at nerdandtie.com/Discord. It's the year 2249, and the sentient races of Earth have reached for the stars, and they've touched them. An alliance of nations led by the United States of Aramecia, the humans, elves, orcs, halflings, goblins, and dwarves of Earth, have colonized dozens of planets in search of resources to guarantee our continued survival. But even traveling faster than light, the colony ship ISF Bellerophon will need 10 years to reach its destination, the colony world of Praxion 7. A towering sleeper ship of 10,000 passengers, it's crewed by only 3 colonists at a time, whom take month-long shifts guiding the massive vessel towards its final destination, while the rest of its passengers slumber quietly and peacefully. And 5 years into the journey of the Bellerophon, something has gone terribly wrong. Welcome to the Meatgrinder, Season 3. The Meatgrinder, Season 3 stars Becca Johnson, Celeste Startwin, Krista C., Gen Proc, Scott Logan, and myself, Trey Dorn, as the GM. Three of you awaken on one of the upper decks of this ship. The Bellerophon is gigantic. It's like a skyscraper in space. Sleeper pods are spaced throughout the entire vessel to distribute weight, and along with colony supplies and other materials required for colonization, including farm equipment, weapons, everything are stored in various cargo bays and lockers throughout the ship, including your personal items. The ship is organized vertically, as the acceleration of the ship is what provides the gravity on board. The ship is constantly accelerating through this phase of the voyage until a point in which the ship will, for a while, reach 0G, reorient itself, and begin its deceleration. Alright, at this point you are still in the acceleration portion of the journey. The top of the ship is where the command center is. This is the top deck. The reactor core is located more central to the ship, which powers the entire thing, and then obviously the engines and thrusters are at the lowest level of the spacecraft. All three of you, 3 people, are awoken from pods on one of the upper levels. You emerge in your sleeper suits, which are effectively black spandex with white light-up piping because it looks cool. You have boots on. You have shoes that are integrated as part of the pants. Going to the bathroom is going to be very difficult for the month that you are awake, as far as you know. But your capsules all silently open with noise. Silently. With noise. And 3 people step out in adjoining pods, Who steps out onto the blackened, dark halls of this ship? Starting with Celeste.
The name's Tyron. I'm an investigator. Someone who keeps an eye on things and has a good feel for what's going on. He's in his mid-30s. Bit of a stubbly face. Messy brown hair.
What species?
Human.
Okay. Next, Ken.
My name is Takwachi Jones. I'm a halfling medic. Why the fuck am I awake?
And lastly, Jenny Axehandle steps out. She is a dwarven ninja.
Thank you, good. How's her beard?
It's just mostly just stubble.
Oh.
Yeah.
A beard who a dwarf who shaves.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the best case to like GM a game here, guys. I'm not tired. All right. Yeah. So the three of you step out of the sleeping pods on the ship are vertical, and they have a glass cover, so you can see into them when someone's asleep. You are in a hallway full of pods, and the three of you, I will say, the first thing you notice is that you were all aware of when you were supposed to be awake and who was supposed to be awake with you. These are not the people you were supposed to be on shift with. You hear the computer voice, "Emergency awakening. Minimum crew necessary, not awake. Please take positions."
Emergency? What's the emergency?
Minimum crew not sufficient. The Bellerophon requires 3 crew to be conscious and awake at all times.
What happened to the crew?
Unknown. There were not 3 crew members conscious and awake on the ship.
So minimum, the other 3 are unconscious.
Okay.
Can I totally investigate the area?
Sure, you can totally investigate the area. So you are in a long black hallway. This probably goes for about 50 feet in either direction from where you are. It is just the entire wall are sleeping colonists on both sides of the wall. There is a single light source above you, is like a kind of a single line of lights goes down the length of the hallway. Everything is black. Like the floor is kind of a glossy reflective black, reflecting the lights. There's a slight illumination to every single one of the active sleeper pods that are closed. There's not really anything else. There's a door on each end of this hallway that leads elsewhere on the ship, and you're familiar enough with the ship's layout to know that they lead to other decks, like the lifts to get to other levels. And you are probably maybe 7 decks away from the command center.
Do we have anything to defend ourselves?
You are in a spandex outfit. You've got shoes on that are integrated into your pants, and you have no other items.
I got fists. I don't need anything else.
I might need a weapon.
We should probably try to find some sort of weapon in case we need. I don't know.
We should find the other crew members.
Well, yeah.
Minimum, they're unconscious.
We should try to get to
Minimum.
Yeah, we should see
center,
what happened
right?
to them.
Of course. The first
Command
thing
center, let's go.
Okay.
I'm with you.
I'm assuming we know the layout of the ship and how to get places.
Yeah, roughly. Yeah, it's the command center's at the top deck. You just need to get to a lift. I don't necessarily know that you know every area, but you know how to get from your sleeper pod to the command center.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Yeah, there's so the at the end of the hallway the hallway leads to another hallway which leads to the lifts.
Okay. I'm going to the lifts.
Yeah.
I'll join you. I think it's best we stick together.
Going up.
All right, so you head down the hallway and I'm assuming you open the door at the end of the hallway. All right, roll me a d10.
5.
Okay. Yeah, you open the door. Opens up wide. It's a kind of a split door that opens side to side. Little greeblies, kind of sci-fi looking. And you are in. There's another hallway. It is black. There are lock boxes on one side. There are It's very utilitarian. Everything's kind of glossy black on this ship.
I mean, if you want a weapon, you can look through the boxes.
I'd like to investigate the boxes.
All right. First off, the boxes are locked with a keypad.
Can I look around to see if anyone wrote down the key number nearby?
I mean, you can look, but you're not gonna. There's no paper or things scrolled down in this hallway. No.
The one time where I want people to not follow regulations.
All right, well, let's just keep on going.
Yeah.
To the command center.
All right. So you're gonna. All right. So the lifts are at the end of this hallway.
Yep.
There are a couple other doors that go off of this, but obviously you're just gonna ignore those and go straight to the lifts.
Yep.
When you arrive at the lifts, everybody roll me a d10.
6.
9.
2.
All right, Kyle. The lift takes longer to call than you think it should. Like, you know how long, like, you went through training, like, even if the lift was at, like, the lower levels for maintenance or something like that, it should have just, like, arrived within moments. If an empty lift, they allow to accelerate faster than a lift with people on it, so it can recall an empty lift to a level quickly. Like, the lifts can't travel at a speed that's dangerous. It just would be a speed that would be uncomfortable for a person. So, it should, but it takes, like, probably 10 times longer than you think it should for a lift to arrive, but then it does.
Seems like there's something wrong with the lifts. Maybe that's what the problem. I don't know.
The lift doors open. The lift is empty.
All right, go in.
We go in.
I step in.
All right. You're going to... Welcome to Lift 7. Please select your destination.
Select the command center.
You have selected Command Center. Commencing transportation. Doors open. You are at the command center of the ship. The command center of the Bellerophon is full of blinking lights and monitors. The roof of the room is a large glass window that sits underneath an energy field. But it is you streaming at close to light speed, the stars flying by the ship if you look straight up, because you are going that way. Straight up. I made a hand gesture, listeners. I don't know how helpful that is on an audio program, but I pointed up with both fingers. There are 3 stations on the bridge, the command center of the ship, and because it requires 3 people to be on duty, and there are a lot of lights that are on and blinking, but for some reason about half the monitors are black. Your external sensors are online and functioning. Your internal sensors are broken.
Shit.
Huh. We need to maybe try to get this stuff working again.
I'd like to try to investigate the command center. Totally investigate.
Okay. Anything in particular you're looking for or looking at?
Any signs of a struggle, or maybe that someone would have been up here recently?
All right. You investigate the command center. You look through. You find a half-eaten sandwich tucked behind a console that looks like it's still relatively fresh. Like the lettuce on it has not wilted at all. You find a cold cup of coffee behind one of the sitting on one of the desks. There's no sign of a struggle. There's no sign of injury and there's no sign of physical damage in this room.
Someone was in here recently, and they didn't finish their lunch.
Okay. That's fine. I mean, they probably got called away to whatever emergency.
Everybody roll me a d10.
4.
4.
10.
Get.
Mm-hmm.
Faintly in the distance, you swear, you hear a cat.
Do I know if there's supposed to be animals on this ship at all? Like, were animals part of the cargo at all?
As far as you know, no.
Yo. I just heard a motherfucking cat.
What?
A cat. You remember cat? Small.
There's no cats on
Furry.
this ship.
I know there's not supposed to be, but then why did I hear one?
You probably heard, like, a creak or something.
Why would there be a cat on this ship?
Exactly.
There wouldn't be.
What direction did you hear it from?
That direction.
I look in that direction.
You look and you see there's a vent.
I heard it from in there.
There's no cat through that vent.
How do you know?
For the record, the vent is probably only about like 5 inches by 8 inches. It is not a large vent, so it's not like no one's going into the vent. Let's just understand that. But yeah,
It's a shame. The vent's small. It's not like we could fit someone in there.
Well, where does that vent connect to, though?
Can I pull up a schematic?
sure.
I pull up the schematic.
So the schematic of the ship, the ventilation system is interconnected through a lot of different parts of the ship. It is set to... the ventilation system is primarily for the crew that is awake and alive, because the people in the sleeper pods don't require any additional life support. But in the off chance that sleeper pods get damaged or awakened, the ship is kept pressurized, and the ventilation system does go throughout the entire system. In case of a atmospheric breach to the outside, there are bulkheads that will sever portions of the ventilation system from each other, but normally the ventilation system is, in normal circumstances, interconnected, and therefore the ventilation system does connect between all decks on the ship unless an emergency has occurred.
Does it show that any parts of the ventilation has been severed?
All internal sensors are currently offline.
Right. Well,
The ventilation system would still be independently operational, but your ability to monitor whether or not the ventilation system is how it's operating, you can't tell unless you go to individual parts of it.
What if I follow it? As in, walk along where it should be.
Well, it's vertical in this portion, so.
So we'd have to go a deck down.
I don't feel like we have any other choice.
All right.
Yeah, the top deck is literally, the entire top deck of the ship is just literally this command center. There is nothing horizontally with you. It's just this command center and the lift. So you're going to get back in the lift.
Yep.
Affirmative.
Everybody roll me a d10.
3.
3.
9.
Kyle and Celeste, please reroll.
3.
10.
Where are you standing in the lift?
I probably would have been the last to get in, so...
You'd have been the last to get in.
Yeah.
How are we going to do this? All right, so as you go to step into the lift, while you are still stepping into the lift abruptly drops. What is your dodge?
4.
What's your soak?
4.
You are lucky. The lift drops dramatically, and you are effectively caught in it for a second, but you manage to get through with nothing more than like surface wounds and no actual damage taken.
Okay.
As you're all plunged down to level rather quickly.
Ah, holy shit.
We've got a problem.
I told you there's something wrong with the lift.
The lift appears to be experiencing technical difficulties. Please consider taking alternate means to traverse levels. These stairways are always operational.
Should have thought of that before.
Would you like to complete your travels on the lift?
Well, yeah, we don't want to be stuck between floors.
We should get out of the lift as soon as we can.
The lift doors open. You are halfway between levels.
Okay.
I'm small. I'm gonna scooch out the bottom.
All right, so here's the thing. As each of you exit, roll me a d10.
2.
All right, the lift is going to plunge down a level. What's your dodge?
5.
You manage to get back into the lift before it drops down another level. You are again halfway between levels on the next one.
I don't love this. But there's got to be a way to fix it.
Is someone going to try to exit the lift, or?
I want to investigate if there's like an emergency box in the lift. Something that we can look at.
Is there an emergency? There is an access panel in the lift. Yeah.
I want to open the access panel.
You open the access panel. Your character's an investigator. How? I'm trying to think. Roll me a d10.
10.
All right. You notice there's something in the lift controls that doesn't look right. It's just a box, but you've never seen it before. And yeah, it's like a black box. It's intersecting the wires.
That's not supposed to be there.
What is it?
It's a box.
Yeah. Yes, obviously.
World's greatest fucking detective here.
So what? The other crew they had a problem with the lift and they put this in there to patch it. What's going on?
I'm not exactly a technical master, but I know that's not supposed to be there. All right.
Well, maybe it's the thing that's fucking up the lift.
Yeah.
I'm going to gently try to remove it.
You're gonna touch the box.
I'm going to touch the box.
Roll me a d10.
Caress the box.
10.
Lucky son of a bitch. The box is soft. Pushing the box is like touching Jello. It looks hard and metallic. It is soft. And roll me another d10.
8.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I'm investigating the box.
It is soft. It looks like a metal box. It is not a metal box, clearly.
This thing feels soft, gelatinous even.
Then it should be easy to remove.
Okay. I'm picking up the box.
You're picking up the box. You're going to try to remove the box.
going to try to remove the box.
Roll me a d10. And then what's your dodge?
4.
Okay.
Shit. That's a 2.
All right. What's your soak?
4.
Effectively, right now it's 2, because this thing crit on its damage roll.
The squishy box
Every year.
So, hey, you're not dead yet. So that's gonna be, let's see here, 11 minus 2. So you take 9 damage after soak.
Oh.
And it is right now enveloping your hand.
Ah! Okay, can
Everybody
I like
roll initiative.
throw it to the ground?
4.
12.
4. Plus, I'm sorry, that's plus the swiftness, so 7.
Okay. What was yours again?
12.
Thank you. I knew it was good. I just couldn't remember what it was. All right, Gen, you're up first. There's this thing. It is on Celeste character's hand.
The elevator itself, doors are closed, correct?
They are open.
They are open.
They are open, and you are between levels.
We are between
You
levels.
are halfway on a level. You're probably like half, like the top half of the door is covered by level, and then the bottom half is open to level 3 from the top.
I could.
It's eating my hand. Or at least enveloping my hand.
And you're almost dead.
You're
You are.
almost
Also, I'm mostly dead.
I mean, I could use a sweet move and medical attention you.
Oh, you're playing.
'Cause I'm a medic.
You're playing a medic.
But I have no way of getting that thing off myself. Because I'm a bare hands person. Because, dear listeners, I randomized all my characters and I min-maxed them too. So I only have points in bare hands with this character.
But also, we don't have any equipment.
And we don't have any equipment. But I'm also thinking, like, well, the doors are open and I'm small. I could just get out. I'm gonna do that.
You're all right. Yeah, you successfully just slide on out. You're on level 3.
I'm on level 3.
We'll deal with you in a moment then. This thing is going to, because it gets to go now, it's going to take another attack at Celeste. Celeste's character, what's...
Tyron.
Tyron? Okay.
Tyron.
And what's your dodge?
It's, it's 4.
Okay, yeah, actually, you successfully, are, swinging your hand, and it's not able to advance on you anymore. That brings us to you, Celeste.
All right, I'm going to slam my hand into the wall.
All right, roll me your attack. It's unsurprising that you hit. Well, it's that plus your level plus your
plus my level
plus your bare hands.
Okay, so 6 total.
Yeah, you hit it. All right, so roll me damage.
Okay, 10.
All right, that's gonna take some of that. That brings us to Kyle.
I dive through the door.
You do so. You're now on level 3 with Gen's character. That brings us back to the thing. Your dodge is a 4.
Yes.
All right, it attacks you and it hits you.
Okay.
And your soak is a 4.
Yes.
It does exactly 1 damage, which kills you. You are, and as you hear the final screams of Celeste's character, the elevator doors, the lift doors close.
Elevator back in service.
Well, hot damn, I think we fixed it.
No.
Well, the elevator's working.
It's also full of a horrible, weird gel box thing that just killed him.
As you guys are standing at level 3, there are across from the lifts another series of sleeper pods. As you're talking, one of the sleeper pods fully illuminates and begins to open.
Awakening crewman. Minimum number of crew not present. 3 crew are required to operate the ship at all times. Please take your stations.
You awaken. You are in your sleeping pod, in your spandex outfit with the boots attached to them. You can't take them off. And you see these 2 characters standing right outside of an elevator, having a very heated discussion.
Ugh. That was a good sleep. So are we there yet?
No.
No.
Unfortunately, no.
Okay. So a orc steps out, pretty big, strong. Well, what's going on? My name's TJ Clark.
Okay. Something is going very, very wrong. We just woke up with someone, and then he got, killed by something in the elevator.
Yeah, it's a squishy box, a squishy black box. Hey, my name's Takwachi. Nice to meet you.
I'm Jenny.
Everybody roll me a d10.
5.
3.
3.
Okay.
Someone was in the elevator? Did you guys try to help him?
Yes.
Clark, TJ.
We did everything we could.
Well, as long as you tried everything you could.
Oh, yeah.
But
No, when we woke up, there was a state of emergency, so we went up to the command center, right? And we went and looked in there, and all of the external stuffy whatsu is working fine, but we can't see any of the things on the inside.
We don't know what's wrong with the ship. We don't know what happened to the remaining crew.
And then, you won't believe this, I heard a cat.
No. No,
I
you
did.
not
I
hear a
did.
cat.
It was in the vent.
no
I
cat.
heard
There's-
a cat
Don't.
meowing.
There's no cat. Don't.
I heard it.
Well,
And so we were off to find the source of that cat noise, you know, and got in the elevator, and the elevator's working funny, and Sherlock Who's-a-Whatsits opens up the access panels and finds the Jello box, and then unfortunately passed away.
someone was making Jello.
Yes. Don't do that in an elevator. It doesn't turn out well.
Okay, so the elevator's not working then.
It's working, but you probably don't want to go in it.
We're not using the elevators.
Okay,
The stairs are always functional, though.
okay. Let's see if we can find the stairs from here then.
And go where?
Well, if you guys, there's engineering, isn't there?
I suppose.
We don't think there's anything wrong with the engines. I mean, we're still going. There's something wrong with the internal sensors. There's a creak that sounds like a cat.
It's a cat.
And there's a Jello box.
Everybody roll me a d10.
6.
4.
6.
You two. Distinctly hear. In the distance.
That okay. It sounded like a cat.
I told you.
It can't.
Okay.
It can't be a cat.
Well, let's see what it might be then.
Could be a cat.
You guys said that you guys had been attacked.
Well, he did go poking it.
Okay.
So if you find the black Jello, don't touch it.
Yeah.
But let's go find which way did you hear it?
It's down the hall.
That way.
All right, let's go.
Yep.
Here, kitty, 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 kitty.
Also, I'm gonna keep an eye open for any weapons or anything we could use.
Okay, you'd have to, so, you, off the top of your head, don't know where any weapons or anything like that would be stored. You know that there would be some on the ship somewhere, but you would have to, like, find a computer access terminal and search through the ship's directory to find out where those would be.
Okay.
Are you going to look for a ship's access terminal?
Sure. TJ Clark will look around, see what he can find.
Okay. So as you go down the hallway towards the sound of the cat, you do find there's an access panel on the wall with an interactive terminal for the ship's computer.
Welcome to Bellerophon. How may I assist you?
Things seem to be going wrong. Are there anything we can use to defend ourselves?
Defensive weapons are available on all colonist ships. They should not be deployed until after the ship has reached its final destination. In case of emergency, they are located on Deck 8. Weapons must be accessed using the security officer's access code during flight. Attempts to access the weapons locker without the security code may result in ejection into space by a licensed security officer or other risks. It is considered mutinous to access the weapons locker without authorization from the security officer.
Okay. Are there any cats on board the ship?
Joanna Katzenberg is currently asleep on Deck 27. Catherine Donovan is currently asleep on Deck 17.
Okay, thank you, computer.
Okay, so
Catherine Marcus is currently asleep on Deck 3.
Thank you,
All
computer.
3
We'll
of
do
these
it.
people have cat as a registered nickname in our ship system. Additionally, terraforming equipment from the Caterpillar Corporation is located in Cargo Bay 7, 8, and 16.
That's enough, computer. Thank you.
Hey, do you like actual play shows like the one you just listened to? Like in a similar setting with the similar set of rules and the similar set of players? You should listen to Stormwood and Associates. Stormwood and Associates is a weekly actual play show featuring myself, Trey Dorn, along with Nick, Gen, and Kyle, who you just heard on this show. And it updates every week with a consistent set of characters who don't, die every 10 minutes. Just go to nerdandtie.com/Stormwood and check it out.